Captain Arun Singh Jasrotia, nicknamed Happy, was well liked by those he came across. So much so that almost 30 years after he very gallantly laid down his life for the country, an event in his memory filled an entire auditorium. Born on August 6, 1968 in Pathankot, in a family whose two generations served the army, Captain Arun Singh Jasrotia knew from a very early age that he too would don the olive green. That dream took shape when he entered the National Defence Academy in 1985 and later the Indian Military Academy in Dehradun. At just 21, he was commissioned into the 8th Battalion of the Bihar Regiment, stepping into the ranks of soldiers known for their gallantry.
Arun was youngest among us. I was the eldest. He was 2 years younger to me. We had a sister in between, and he was of shy nature in the very beginning in his younger days, and in the school also he was good at studies. Also he was good at very good at sports, and finally during his school days and all, since we were from the army background, so we had a company of children who were from the army parents children. So it was the army behavior, army people that we used to watch most of the time. And since in the colony where we used to stay in Assam, talking about Tejpur, he was in the 7th, 8th standard and I was in the 10th standard. So we had a very good complex where we had this sports activities going on, like badminton, lawn tennis, table tennis, and other cultural activities also used to take place, and he used to participate in each and every event. So finally, after my father was posted out from Tejpur to Pathankot, and we joined this Kendriya Vidyalaya. We were in the center schools from the very beginning only. So center school में फिर Air Force में, like as you know, the school was situated in the Air Force station. तो वहाँ भी वो जो आर्मी का जो कल्चर है वो सब देखने को मिलता था. And finally he gave NDA exam, in which he secured his position in that, and finally also cleared his SSBs. And on the same lines, I cleared my engineering entrance test and I went for the engineering course. My father once asked him also, like, since he was very good in studies, better than me, so he said, यार अरुण तेरे को ऐसा happy, we used to call him happy, अरुण तो ऐसा तो नहीं feel कर रहा है यार कि you should have gone for engineering and now you're going for this thing. बोलता no, I have decided, I've made up my mind that I have to go into the defense forces only. So that's how he ended up in National Defence Academy, and thereon, as you know, he completed his course, and then from IMA, 1 year in IMA, then he joined 8th Bihar Infantry Regiment.
After serving in a frontline infantry unit, he knew he wanted more and volunteered for the Special Forces.
So he went into operations quite early in his army days. There somehow he came in contact with the 9 para officers in Udhampur. The 9 para unit is a Special Forces unit which is situated mostly in Udhampur. So he somehow got inclined towards that. He said, I am meant for this. So he volunteered, gave his probation, which is very tough. Very few officers get selected in that. And finally, he was into the operations.
But it was not just rank that defined him. It was his relentless pursuit of excellence. As a Para Commando, he pushed himself through some of the toughest training courses: mountaineering, high-altitude warfare, deep-sea diving, and commando training. He even represented India in a joint Indo-US underwater program, proving his mettle amongst the best.
Arun Jasrotia, he's from the 9 Para Commando. It's a Special Forces unit. And when he joined us, there's a probation, there's a selection process which lasts a couple of months. He passed all that, it is very rigorous, it goes on for a long period. And it really tests a man's abilities, both physical, mental, and emotional. So it's not easy, not everybody passes that. And after that, after you clear that, then you're given the opportunity to train yourself and the para course, parachuting, jumping from the planes, underwater diving, demolition, so many other facets are there. So he was extremely well trained, good selection, well trained, and of course as a person, he was an outstanding person, an outstanding soldier. And he was absolutely the best person to lead any kind of missions.
And we happened to meet the very officer who was pivotal in getting him into the famed 9th Battalion of the Parachute Regiment, known as the bravest of the brave.
He was a very unassuming person, and while in the squadron, however, he was very focused and very resolute, and was of a tremendous helping nature. He was a team man, and probably those were the qualities that he was he wanted to look into. When he got commissioned into the Indian Army into 8 Bihar, and he was desperate to get into the parachute regiment and become a special forces operator. So I bumped into him, in fact, way back in 1990 at a Sonamarg transit camp convoy ground, where I was training to be a mountain leader, and 8 Bihar was passing through, and he came to me and he said, "Sir, you are a fellow Eagle. I need your help." And I asked him what. So he said, "Sir, you are from 9 Para and I want to get into 9 Para desperately." So I took him to my a small office that we had, and I gave him a volunteer certificate. And sooner than I spoke to my CO, Colonel Anil Kumar Verma, once I got back to the unit. And lo and behold, we saw him in the unit as a probationer. And he did wonderfully in probation. I mean, in fact, he's a team man. He got everyone along.
In the field, Captain Jasrotia was more than a soldier. He was a leader who inspired confidence. During Operation Rakshak in Jammu and Kashmir, he showed extraordinary courage. In one operation at Tilgam in Baramulla, he led from the front, eliminating 5 hardcore terrorists. His bravery that day was not just about the skill, it was about heart, about the unwavering devotion to protect his men and his country. For this, he was awarded the Sena Medal, a recognition of valor that reflected the man he was.
There are terrorists who are infested, and they're going all over, creating mayhem, shooting people, intimidating the civilian populations, destroying a lot of facility assets within the valley. So they are up to no good, and most of them are inspired by Pakistan or incited by Pakistan.
In 1995, Captain Arun Singh Jasrotia was leading his men into Lolab Valley of Jammu and Kashmir. Tasked with counterinsurgency operations, on September 15th, after a grueling 10-hour climb to nearly 3,000 meters, 10,000 feet, his team came under heavy rocket and gunfire from well-entrenched Pakistani terrorists. Faced with the danger to his men, Captain Jasrotia chose not to retreat. He rushed forward, lobbing a grenade, and was struck in the soldier. Gravely wounded, he fought on, engaging one terrorist in hand-to-hand combat and killing him. Just imagine being shot in the shoulder and then taking out a radicalized terrorist in hand-to-hand combat. As he advanced towards the cave, another attacker pounced, but the young officer overpowered him and ended the fight with his commando knife. Bleeding profusely, Captain Jasrotia refused to fall back. In a final act of unmatched bravery, he stormed the cave, firing and throwing grenades, eliminating the remaining terrorists. In the process, he was fatally hit in the chest. For this extraordinary courage and unparalleled gallantry, Captain Arun Singh Jasrotia was posthumously awarded the Ashok Chakra, India's highest peacetime military decoration.
He lost his life on 26 September 1995, for which for his gallantry actions, the government recognized his valor, and he was awarded Ashok Chakra posthumously on 26 Jan 1996. My father, my mother and myself, we all had gone there to receive that award, and it was a very proud moment for us also at that time. And now, since most of the time now almost 30 years have passed since he has left us, but his memory is still very sharp in our mind. Now, since the inauguration of this book has again brought up all the memories back to us and to the friends and relatives and all his coastmates who were present here, and they also shared their memories with us, which gave us a very satisfying moment, and we felt that Arun was somewhere here with us.
Captain Arun Singh Jasrotia's story is not only that of a soldier who served with distinction, but also of a son who honored his family's legacy, a leader who stood tall in the face of danger, and a patriot whose courage continues to inspire. His life reminds us that true heroes are not defined by how long they lived, but how deeply they served